Hi, it's Ryan Amato from Amato Painting. How are you? Thank you for considering us to do your painting work. I wanted to discuss today what you should be looking for when you're getting painting estimates. Now, it seems to be somebody created along the way that you must get three estimates from no matter what you do. That's not my school of thought. I really feel that um, you need to trust who you're going to be working with. Um, you need to feel comfortable with who you're working with. So, basing an estimate solely off the lowest price is the number one reason for a project to go wrong. You wouldn't want to just choose the lowest price but not feel comfortable with who you're working for. Whichever service that you're choosing, whether it's somebody to cut your grass, a carpenter, an electrician, if you're buying a car from somebody, you want to feel comfortable with who you're working with. So I certainly urge you to not just call out two or three painters and go with the lowest price. There's going to be a reason why that price is the lowest price somewhere along the line. It could be lower quality materials, lower quality painters, labor. There's a way that they're going to save somewhere. It could be an insurance issue. It could be they have no workman's compensation. So these are all things that you have to look for. We don't pride ourselves on being the lowest price company. We want to bring you a super awesome experience, and that starts from the first time that we answer the phone here, and we follow you through your journey with Amato Painting. So again, talking about insurance, any company that works around your house or your business must have liability insurance. Trust me, something could potentially happen, accidents happen, and you want to make sure that your home and your business is covered. If you hire a company, somebody that you know is painting on the side, or a friend of a friend, or um, a painting company who may not have insurance, and trust me, there are a lot of them, you could potentially have an issue if something happens. Now, the chances of something happen are probably low, maybe not, but if they happen, you are liable for their injuries and for the damage of your own home or your business. Speaking on that as well, if they bring employees in with them to paint with them, they must have workman's compensation. True story, I was in a paint store talking with a pretty large painting company, and we were talking about workman's compensation, and he turned to me and said, "What's workman's compensation?" So that's scary, guys. I work in our industry a lot. Um, Painters and painting companies are going to do whatever they can do to keep the costs down. Unfortunately, one of them is to work without insurance, certainly work without workman's compensation. Both of those we have. Super important for no matter what you do, whoever you hire around your house. Um, it's tough to compare the three estimates that you're going to get, or two estimates that you're going to get. Why is it tough? It's tough enough for us to compare estimates, or for a commercial estimator or a commercial project to compare estimates. With commercial work, we're handed blueprints. Everything is the same throughout the whole job. We have to use the same paint. The surfaces are all the same. The square footage is the same. It's how you're doing the job. With residential painting, that's not the case. It's all different. Everybody has a different approach. Everybody's going to take on the job a different way. They have different costs of labor. And that's why it becomes so hard to put an estimate right next to another estimate and try to compare them. That's why, again, it's so important to choose somebody that you feel comfortable with, somebody that you click with. You know, guys, when you first meet somebody and you feel a little weird about them, I always go with my gut, not choose that person. However, if somebody comes out and you feel really comfortable with them, they say all the right things, they're asking the right questions. What are your expectations on this project? What's most important to you? I want to know what is the most important thing to a customer. It may be price, it might be quality, it might be they had a really bad experience with another contractor. It might have been the project took way too long, or they started and left and came back and left again. Those are all things that you have to express to your estimator. One warning: the contracting business is busy. And if you have a quality painting company or quality carpenters or quality electricians, they are busy. If you call up a painting company and you need them to start tomorrow and they're available, that is a little red flag to me. So be super careful. All the good companies are busy. That's a good thing. All the good painters are busy. That's a good thing. Sometimes you have to wait for the quality that you want. So again, if you call up somebody and they're raring to go, again, I would go down the line. Do they have insurance? Do they have workman's compensation? Why are you available? That could be somebody canceled on them. They just happen to have an opening ready. But I would definitely, certainly ask those questions. Be comfortable talking about budget. I'm certainly going to ask about your budget. Now, here's the reason I do it. It's not for me to know exactly what you want to pay, and then that's what I charge you. It's to eliminate miscommunication. So if you call me out for an interior painting job and then you believe that it's going to cost $200, when really an interior painting job may start at $600, these are just example numbers, we have an issue. It could be for larger jobs that we can work within a budget by eliminating, maybe painting the ceilings or using a different grade of paint, or, I mean, you name it, we can probably think of a way to get within your budget. So it's super important to discuss budget. And again, it goes back to trusting the company that you hire. If you're not comfortable talking about budget with somebody coming out who potentially is going to work in your home for you or in your business, I would keep looking for another contractor or considering maybe doing the work yourself. Think about when you first called the contractor. Did somebody answer the phone? Maybe not. Maybe not everybody has somebody answering the phone. We do. Did they call you back as soon as possible? Did it take 2, 3, 4 days, a week for them to call you back, or did they call you back at all? Imagine you're calling contractors trying to give them money and they're not answering the phone for you or calling you back in a certain amount of time. Just think about when the job starts. How's that going to go? So, I mean, these are all things, guys, we have to think about when you're hiring somebody. And these are all important things to me when we're fulfilling a job. We've went over insurance. We've went over feeling comfortable with your estimator. We've went over workman's compensation, super important. We've talked about budget. The other thing is to make sure that you're home for your estimate. Whoever, if it's yourself alone or it's your partner or your friend or whatever it is, whoever's going to be the person when the job starts, who's going to be critical, making decisions, helping with scheduling the project, needs to be at the estimate, because invariably what is missed in expectations could be eliminated if they're spoken about at the estimate. So these are the main things on an estimate. I just wanted to give you some tips before we come out and give you an estimate. And for all the other companies that are going to come out and give you an estimate, if that's what you're choosing to do, these are all things to look at. All right. Have a great day.